How's it going, everybody? Johnny Styles here with the Wellness Observer Live. Of course, your home for professional wellness. And you see this face? Yes, this is the same face that I just did. And I said,
"What just happened?"
Thank you so much for following the Wellness Observer Live. Of course, right now, following in the threads, of course, Instagram has just published their new social media, which is kind of like, you would say, Twitter. And if you follow me on threads, you could see that I did a live play-by-play, just like we did back in the good old days on the forums and on the Twitterverse. But now, on threads, you can see actual live play-by-play of each competitor, which I would do anyways. But in reality, now you can see on video where I'm gonna be talking about little clips of the competitors as we move forward to this special first call out that at the moment of this recording, it looks just like this. Yes, believe it or not, it looks just like this. I asked you for your thoughts and opinions. I did a poll live on the Wellness Observer's Instagram, and right now, at this very moment, I called you guys on it. Basically, do you agree with this first call out? And 66% of you absolutely do not agree with the call out versus the 34%, which actually agreed with the judge's decision. Before I jump into the entire show, which I'll talk about each individual girl, I will give them my thoughts and opinion here on camera. I want to say one thing, and I always think that I'm repeating myself when I talk about these live streams, because again, I come from a producing / directing world, and I know how things work, and I've done plenty of live events, and I always think they can get better. So we had Angelica Teixeira and we had Sheila Brown. I both know them very well. I respect them very well, but I would like to see going for, in the future, I would like to see more people that know the class, that know the competitors, that know who are they talking about when they step on stage. Where are they from? What show have they competed? Where have they gotten better? These little details, it will enable people that are watching the show for the first time to understand more about the class. And there was a point in the actual live stream when Frida Parlson was doing her mandatories and they're posing and the whole 9 yards, and Sheila Brown was just talking about clothing and cookies. And I get it. I get that we have to do what we need to do for sponsors. But when a competitor is right there on stage, that's the time of the actual commentator to give their all. And if you have a color commentator next to you, that color commentator needs to go back and forth with you. You guys need to know what you're talking about. Angelica Teixeira knows about the class because she's from Brazil, and she knows, firsthand when it started back in the day when I was still promoting the class. But we can always get better, and we can always strive for greatness in the NPC and the IFBB Pro League. So moving forward, I would like to see a little bit better, commentary when it comes to the wellness division. And, I kind of think I know a guy, but in the future, I would like to see better commentating so we don't have the same things that happened back in the Olympia and the Arnold and so forth and so forth. Jessica Alvarado comes in here. She has a really good roundness to her physique. She's very, very, very soft from the back. Very good calves. And, she just needs a lot more conditioning. I gave her 2 stars because the package is kind of there. She just needs to get more conditioning. Gabriela Cadena making her pro debut. Really hard abs, very good glutes, great calves. But wow, she does have the wow factor from the back. Posing needs to be a lot better for her to be in the IFBB Pro League. Carrie Goforth, she's very nice. Posing is a little bit straight, too up and down. Great overall look. Her delts are very big for my liking. And in the end, her overall look can still be bigger. I give her 2 stars. Michelle Ibata, the competitor that we all thought, she is the heavy favorite and still is the heavy favorite for this show, comes in here. And yes, she's a tad softer than we've seen her before. Good color, good stage presentation, good abs, The glutes are just crazy insane, and the calves are even better. She's very confident on stage. But what I think happened to Michelle is one thing. The judges in attendance, the judges are used to seeing Michelle harder, more conditioned. And when they see her now, she is night and day compared to her hardness and her softness now that she brought in at today's show. I think that hurt her. At the moment, I got information, that she is no longer with Anne-Louise Freitas and Ricardo Banain. She's not doing that camp anymore. Maybe switching coaches, maybe switching camps hurt her a little bit here and there. But at the moment, she is not in that first call out, which is crazy to me because I gave her 4 stars because in this lineup, she is the most wellness competitor there is. She is an Olympian and she does have, the shape and structure for pro wellness. It's just she wasn't as hard as we've seen her before. Renee Jewett actually does this show. We all thought she was doing Chicago, then we thought she was doing Tampa, and she does the Republic of Texas. She looked really, really good. I liked her presentation. Her posing still needs a lot of help. She looks very good. She's gorgeous, but she needs to be more confident on stage. She needs to be, when you're posing and you're showing off your body, you need to be confident, especially in this pro wellness stage, which you have to show a little bit of sass here and there. Her lower body got extremely better. And for my liking, I know she thinks she's not as big enough. I think she actually nailed it and can hang with some of the top pros in the biz. Deborah Paula, she is smaller, needs more conditioning. Absolutely not impressed. Her calves need help from baby Jesus. 1 star. Mia Samuels, a lot of people like Mia Samuels. The problem with Mia is that she's, she has a good polished look. She's very pretty, but she's lacking in size. Soft as butter. Ladies and gentlemen, she needs to work on her conditioning. Conditioning is part of the physique. I would tell her to take a year off, and in this show, it saddens me to do, but it's 1 star for me. Victoria Puentes, the Battle of Texas overall wellness winner, and she comes into this show with a new coach. Some people know him, some people don't. This was her show for redemption, and while her size looks like she came up in size, her conditioning was absolutely not there. She needed help in the conditioning aspect of it. Her waist is a little wide for my liking. She has some great glutes. Her calves are great. I expected her, again, one more time to be harder, but she's not. Hams, especially gluten hams, were not very visible. And that, my friends, whether I like her just for being back and, grabbing some of a little bit of that redemption that she wanted, she still has ways to go. In my opinion, she just keep doing shows because she can get better progressively as the season goes on. Nuan Nari directly from Thailand. Believe it or not, there's competitors, they're pro wellness competitors from Thailand, and she does the show right now. Her posing is a little bit here and there. I didn't like it that much. She's a little bit too small for the pro wellness division, especially here in America, not on this level, as I mentioned. I gave her 1 star, but you gotta take into consideration in Asian countries, it's a little bit different, the standard over there, just because there's not a lot of mass. So if you win over there, that doesn't mean that you're gonna do very well in America. But still, you can always, there's always room for improvement. So 1 star for her. Frida Paulsen from Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys know that I love Frida ever since she was in the bikini category. Let me tell you, she's been chipping away, growing, taking time to develop this physique. And I want to say that it paid off, because at the moment she's in that first call out, and at the moment she looks pretty darn good for Frida. What I mean by that is that she comes in here with a lot more polished look, a little bit more conditioning. Her posing is absolutely great. The size is still needed in the quads, of course, but she's very confident doing these poses, and she did some poses here that I really, really did like. In the end, her calves are amazing. beautiful body to look into. 3 stars, but she's battling at the moment in that first call out. Tracy Williams, the dark horse of the show. I told you guys, be very aware of Tracy, because Tracy, you know, she can swiggle her way to that first call out, and she did. While Tracy's upper body still a little bit distracting to me, I believe that Tracy has what it takes to, you know, swiggle her way into that first call out. So her quads are good. Her glutes can still be bigger, in my opinion. I gave her 3 stars, but it's one of those things, you know, it depends on the lineup and who's there, and she can fit right in. So when they called out that first call out, believe it or not, I didn't think it was the first call out, and many of you didn't think it was the first call, but apparently at the moment it is the first call out. And we have Frida Paulsen in there, Renee Jewett, and Tracy Williams. Those 3, I believe, will be first, second, and third according to the IFBB Pro judges at the moment. Should Michelle Ibata be up there? Absolutely. But she is not. She was called out, you know, in the second call out. And we don't know exactly what direction the judges are going with this. If you would ask me, the godfather of wellness, if you gave me this call out between Renee Jewett, Frida Paulsen, and Tracy Williams, I would like to see probably, you know, Renee get a win out of this call out, because again, while I like Frida a lot, Frida still on some poses look a little bit softer, especially that quad. That quad, she needs more lines in that quad. From the back, Renee's pretty much spot on. And again, Tracy is still spot on. Her glutes are not as big as Renee's, but you know, she can do battle for second and third. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. It just sucks because we all thought Michelle was gonna be right up there, and Michelle right now at this moment is out of the first call out. But stranger things have happened, so you would have to keep it locked to the Wellness Observer Live, and of course wait until the night show and see exactly what's gonna happen. Do I think this is the first call out that I expected? Absolutely not. But again, we can only respect what the judges are doing. We don't have to agree with it, but we can always respect it somehow, some way. Do I think that Renee will probably snatch a win here? I believe so. At the moment, things can change. So, thank you so much for following. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this the first call out that you guys kind of expected? Is this what we all thought was going to happen? Absolutely not. But again, that's why we do here the what just happened moment. Because again, what's so exciting about our industry is that you never know. It's kind of like UFC. Like you think somebody's going to win, and then it switches, and one lucky punch, and you get knocked out. So, thank you so much for following. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much. Follow me on the threads. Yes, the threads on Instagram. For those of you that don't know, I'll be posting there a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and you guys will love it. This has been Johnny Styles, the godfather of wellness, and of course, with Gizmo is my shirt. The same expression. Yeah, this face, this Gizmo, the exact same expression. Keep it locked here to the Wellness Observer Live.